Greetings, internet drinking buddies. My name is Link. The show's name is Tubbin and Chugging, and on this episode, I'll be imbibing Navigator Reserve. Welcome back to the tub, everybody. Now, continuing in this line of birthday gift-themed episodes, this one I was actually able to pick out myself with some Venmo gift card money. So I basically sent it to the store, and I had this gift card, and I looked at this bottle, and the bottle looked cool. It got me hooked on that. Hadn't done a rum in a while, so I figured, hey, let's check this guy out, see if it's worth it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a closer look. Navigator Reserve is their 5-year aged rum. Now, dark rums like this can get aged much like a whiskey can. This one is actually aged in bourbon barrels. It's a rum. So with a darker rum, you want to sort of age that, get that sort of nice talons out in the barrel, get it going like that. Whereas a white rum, something like that, it's more just ready to go as soon as it's out of the whole dispensing process. I'm going to link a video that I recently watched on the whole process of how you take a beer or a wine and you really get these sort of higher proof alcohols out of it. It's a good video that I think will that I could have made myself, and it was very educational for me. So check that out if you're interested in how, sort of these higher proof alcohols come up and what the aging process is like for them. Back to this guy here. So this guy does come in at 40% alcohol by volume. I was able to get this about $22 for this 5th year, so that comes out to about $1.47 a drink. Now, as I've mentioned many times on this channel, I find $1.50 a drink to be that very good sweet spot of usually should taste pretty good, but it's not going to be that expensive. So that's what we're hoping to get out of this one. That buzz for the buck angle that I always like to talk about. Some more notes on this guy. It is from Panama, so it's was hard for me to get a proper shot glass for this one because I haven't been anywhere in Central America. However, I do have this Carnival Cruise shot glass, and my parents were recently on a cruise that went through Panama Canal, so I figured, hey, close enough. That's what we're going with. Look at cork in a rum. Alright, so we're going to be sipping this guy. Again, with the darker rums, I don't generally like mixing them. There are some fun cocktails you can make, but for the most part, I like to appreciate that sort of aged taste. Toast-wise, I guess we're just going to go to the Panama Canal for being pretty cool, because it's from Panama, so here's that. Spicy. Spicy in dark cherry brown sugar kind of way. Not cinnamon, but like a brown sugar, dark cherry. Maybe there's even some honey in there. Very complex. It's a complex taste. Don't think it can really be appreciated unless you're sort of sipping on it like this. Shooting it, you're probably going to start to feel a burn, not really in your throat, but kind of like in your chest, near the heart. But sipping on it allows you to sort of get these, of the very complex taste, like all of the individual flavors in there. I don't know about this one. It's a little disappointing in that I was sort of hoping for more of a cleaner, smoother taste that wasn't as complicated. This one is again, it's their reserve line, so it's really aged and trying to get out all these individual flavors. I just don't know if it comes together as much as I would have liked it to. Spiced rums, when I think of these sort of spiced rums, Captain Morgan is obviously the go-to. I think my favorite that I've reviewed on this channel is the black tea rum. And that's a lot more like a sugary kind of smooth finish, whereas this one, again, is more of that spice and interesting, complex flavors that, I don't know. I feel like something simpler is more my palate. That doesn't mean that this isn't bad or not what they didn't hit the mark on it. It's just, I don't think it's for me, Again, that cherry is sticking out to me, I think, the most of it. I do think there is still a little bit of honey in there. I can't quite identify that kick. I'm going to go with brown sugar, but just kind of an odd coalescing of flavors. I just doesn't really do it for me. That's not a bad thing, you know. I always like, in a way, when something doesn't taste, perfect to me, because there's something that tells me something about my taste profile, and it helps me sort of identify more on things that I do like. And it can easily help me when somebody says they don't like something I do, like, hey, well then maybe you would like this. And so this is just all part of the learning experience, trying out all these different alcohols, figuring it out. I don't think this was a bad purchase, and I think that somebody that I invite over, just hanging out with, somebody will enjoy this. Just not really mine. It's okay. I'm gonna go with okay out of 10. Let me know, as always, if there are other alcohols you'd like to see me review, and please drink responsibly.